Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to make a journal cover out of my tea-dyed rust-stained fabric, some lining fabric, and a Amazon mailer. So I hope you'll enjoy this project. I need a little journal for a workshop that I'm going to attend, so I thought I would use some of my fabric and do that. So hope everyone's doing well today and has had a chance to do something creative. I have been trying to be creative all day, and some success, some not so successful attempts. So let's see how I do with this one. Okay, so I have my Amazon mailer, not really mailer, I guess, envelope, and I have trimmed the top edge because of course I didn't open it very neatly, and glued it shut. I see I've missed a little bit here, so let me seal this. You could also, if you wanted to, do like a brown paper tape over the edge, but I think this is pretty good. I'm happy with that. So let me put my art glitter glue away. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I have a froggy throat again. So I have this. I've cut this other lining fabric, being mattress ticking. I could not think of that. All right, that's going to be for the inside, and this is the outside. And I've got it just a little bit larger than the envelope because I want to make sure I have nice frayed edges because I love frayed edges. So I'm going to use PVA glue, and I'm going to use this little, they call it a makeup applicator, makeup brush. It's a little silicone paddle kind of a thing, and I find it really nice to spread the PVA glue. So I've got this kind of sort of lined up. I'm going to fold half of it over, and I'll start on this side and do one side at a time. So you want to make sure you have enough PVA glue to hold your fabric onto the mailer, or the I'll see. They call it a mailer, so I guess I can call it a mailer. So, but not so much that you saturate the envelope and then you lose your crinkle sounds. And I like the crinkle. That's one of my favorite things about using this type of a envelope as a base. Whoopsie. Yes, I'm trying to rush. Shouldn't be trying to rush. Okay. Lay that on there. Add a little bit more. We have had rain here today, but it still seems kind of dry in the house. So the glue dries up very quickly. Go up to the edge. There we go. And by smoothing it out like this, it's much less likely to soak through the fabric and leave a mark. Of course, this is kind of a grungy cover, so I don't suppose that would be too much of a problem. Okay, so let me get a hold of the corners here, line it up. Make sure that that's lined up well. Get my bone folder out and give that a little bit of a burnish. You know what? Let me grab I have a dry baby wipe, but let me grab a damp baby wipe. Oh, sorry for all the crinkling. I was going to do this project earlier, and I had my baby wipe out, and then I got distracted and delayed by, life. The Chewy order arrives. It was time for me to go get my hair cut. Things. So, get this up to the edges here. I really like using the PVA glue for this type of project because it holds really well, and it stays soft. It's not a crunchy or a stiff glue, so it doesn't negatively impact your cover. So, and of course I can always come back around later and put a little more glue around the edges. It's always a bit of a challenge to find the fine line between just the right amount of glue and not too much glue or not quite enough. I think I always tend to land on the not quite enough in the middle anyway, and the edges too. But like I said, the edges are easy to fix. The middle isn't, but the edges are easy to come back in with a little art glitter glue and get those stuck down well. So yeah, it's been kind of an interesting weather day here. They say it's going to rain here, you know, and I don't ever believe them until I see it, because they like to promise us rain sometimes just to try to make us happy, because we so seldom ever get rain. But so I don't ever believe it till I see it. And then earlier I didn't see it, but I heard it because we had all this thunder. I didn't actually see any lightning, but I did hear all of the big thunder boomies. My kitties were none too pleased, and they're looking at me like I should be able to make it stop, of course. No, there's no chance that I could make it stop. Okay, so now that's nice and stuck down. See, get hold of that, flip it over. Okay, guess not. Thought I had it upside down. No, it's right. And so now I'm going to put the mattress ticking on the inside. So same thing. Well, same thing. Let me lay the mattress ticking down and get it lined up-ish. Same thing with this one. I want to have frayed edges. I like frayed edges inside and outside of my journal covers. So a fairly simple journal cover in the grand scheme of things. If you don't have one of these kind of mailer envelope things, you can use, if you have like a 9x12 like manila mailing envelope, those work really well too. Gail Agostinelli often uses those for her journal covers, and they really are nice to work with, and they hold up really well. So I just like to, I'm big on upcycling, so I like to be able to reuse the the shipping stuff when it comes in. And you know how I love the brown paper that comes in the packages. That's one of my favorite things to create with. So, okay, get this all spread down here. Good. And bring it over to the edges. Smooth it out a little bit. Okay. Bone folder. Spread that out. Okay. So not rocket science, but if you haven't seen this before, or if you haven't done it, maybe this will hopefully inspire you to give it a try. See, I cut this down to be just slightly over 9 inches, and then it's just under 12 inches. So 8.5 by 11 paper should fit very nicely inside for my signature. So. And if you happen to be interested in any of my rust-stained tea-dyed fabric, it's available in my Etsy shop, which is also Piles of Paragraphs, if you think it might be something you might want to work with. I find dyeing fabric really fun. You never know what you're going to get. You don't ever get the same thing twice, so that's super fun for me. Some people don't like that. They like things to be more, what's the word I want? Predictable. I like the unpredictability, there we go, of the process. Okay, so not perfectly lined up, but I will fray all that edge on that side so it won't show up quite as solid white. But there you go. That's the basic cover done. And now I will let this dry. And then I will come back next time and show you what I decide to put in for my signatures. I'm debating what kind of papers I want to have in here. So I want a good variety of things, so it'll be kind of inspiring, hopefully, to me while I'm at this workshop. So anyway, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, and I sincerely hope that you did, please leave me a thumbs up, make a comment if you don't mind, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will say bye-bye for now.